All right, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us all this truth and who also rule and teach well. And shalom to all the Achim in this truth and sincerity. Excuse me. Starting with the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which we are fighting to be a part of. This is your brother Khabar Yakal coming back, Lord willing, with another quick and edifying lesson. And the title is, All the Earth Shall Fear Him. All right, all the earth shall fear him. All right, fear who? The Most High God, which his true name is Yahawah in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, which means he is or he exists. And his son's name is YAHAWASHI in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, which means he saves or he delivers, and that's what he's coming back to do, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is YAHAWASHI, all right? Excuse me. Man, I'm going through it. It's a Lakia. But this lesson is basically will be going into the great judgment that YAHAWASHI is getting ready to bring, which will cause the whole planet Earth to fear him and to know his name. All right, it's gonna come a time where there's not gonna be people calling on Allah. It's not gonna be people calling on Buddha. All right, it's not gonna be people calling on Jesus Christ or God or Jehovah. It's gonna come a time where the Lord's gonna make it crystal clear that it's Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, which Bahashem means in the name, and the whole planet is gonna fear him because they're gonna realize all these different people, like I mentioned, Muslims, Christians, all these different people, they're gonna realize in the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaks loose, that them calling on their gods isn't working. And they're gonna realize that the prophets were right. Ezekiel 33 and 33. Excuse me, but I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna get Psalm 7. Hold up. 67. I keep doing that. This is Psalm 67. Matter of fact, I'll just read the whole chapter. I've read this chapter multiple times in multiple videos, but I'm going to do it again. I love this chapter. Psalm 67 and 1. To the chief musician on Niganoth, a psalm or song. The Most High, Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, be merciful unto us, and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us. Salah. That's the elect. We got the light. Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come. We've arisen. We've awoken. Our vibration is higher than these people. We've risen up on a spiritual level above these people. All right. There's another psalm that says, "Thou hast made me wiser than my enemies." That's what it means. Arise, shine. We've arisen above our enemies. Our understanding, our spiritual discernment, our faith. We're superior to these people on a spiritual level. And when I say these people, I'm talking about the 2/3 of our people, the wicked. The 2/3 of our people, the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white race, which not all so-called white people are Edomites, just throwing that out there, and the other nations. Again, Salakia. Oh, man. We need new bodies. All right. Verse 2, it says that thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. And for that to happen, America has to be destroyed. Babylon the Great has to be destroyed. All right. For his way to be made known on earth, the way of wickedness has to be taken out. All right. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. This is second Ezra, call out Yahawah Bashim Yashai that I found it. This is second Ezra 4 and 29. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So basically, evil was sown through Esau, Edom, establishing Babylon the Great, which is America. That's how evil was sown in the earth. All right. And not to go too deep or too off topic, but, the so-called Illuminati, they've been planning on, establishing a new world, NWO, way before, so-called Christopher Columbus, which his real name was Cristobal Colon. And he was really a small hat. He wasn't a Spaniard, but way before he came over here, they were already planning it, They were already planning on coming to the so-called New World and establishing a wicked place, sowing wickedness. So for good to be sown, like I said, then cannot it come that is sown with good, unless that the first seed that was sown, which was wicked, be uprooted. So for the Lord's way to be made known on earth, a great destruction must come. And that's why the whole earth is going to fear him, For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time. We're in the most evil time, the most ungodly and wicked time. The scripture says wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The Lord is extremely angry right now. That's why the whole world is going to fear him. He's going to let his anger be made known in the form of judgment. Read Jeremiah. It's either 14 or 15. It's one of those chapters, but it speaks about all the forms of judgment that YAHAWASHI is going to bring, which is going to cause people to fear him, And I believe Bishop Atazwan said that my elder, I believe he was the one who said that, but he said pretty much it's going to be a line. So many people are going to get sent back to the spiritual world in the times that we're coming into, in the time of Jacob's trouble, when World War III is in full blown. So many people are going to get sent back to the spiritual world. It's going to be a line. It's going to be a long line of people waiting to get back in, So they're going to know. They're going to fear. And when they come back, they're going to know better. They're going to learn their lesson when they come back, when they reincarnate back. It says, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness for grain of evil seed hath brought forth. And if the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? That was it on that. Let me go back to Psalms. It says, let the people praise thee, O God. Let all the people praise thee. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Selah. And this can't happen without a great destruction happening. This isn't talking about the Lord coming back to bring peace on earth. He's coming back with a sword. But guess what? That sword is going to lead to peace on earth. But it's going to be a lot of bloodshed first. This psalm is really a future prophecy after the destruction, But I'm making a point. It says, let the people praise thee, O God. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and God, even our own God, shall bless us. So if you're wondering why the earth is in such a bad state, why animals are dying off, the bees are disappearing, a mass die off, because bees don't like, the man, we got to use code words. I don't even know how to say it in code. They got Esau set up a bunch of, towers. You know what I'm trying to say, for the for mobile devices. Bees don't like that. I'm gonna just say it like that. I really can't say it directly because they might take down the video. But bees don't like that. I'll just say bees don't like phones. I'll just say that. A lot of bees are dying off. They're just the bees. Do you realize if all bees disappeared, the whole earth would die? Like, do you realize that? And bees are dying off. So we're in a bad case right now, man. Um, Esau, putting what's that shit called? There's a certain type of seed that they use. Oh, Terminator seeds. They got Terminator seeds. They got, crops, GMOs. That's why the earth isn't yielding her increase right now, because the whole world is not praising YAHAWASHI. But in the kingdom, when the Lord shows his power, then the whole earth is going to praise him, and then the earth is going to yield her increase. The kingdom of heaven is going to be a paradise once again. The earth is going to be a paradise once again. Idan, which is the Hebrew word for Eden, which means paradise or praise. I mean, not praise. I forget. It's paradise or or joy. I believe it means paradise or joy. So the earth is going to be beautiful once again after YAHAWASHI destroys Babylon the Great, destroys all our enemies, and saves us. Lord willing, we're of the elect. All right, the elect of the children of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners. Only a small remnant of those people will be saved. It says, Yahweh Bahashemi Hawashai shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. All right. In the NLT, yes, God will bless us, and the people all over the world will fear him. That's everyone. He's going to give them a reason to fear him when he shows what he got in his bag. All right. Hey, he's showing it right now. The floods going on in Texas. Where else? It was another flood. Damn, I forgot. But it's like, bro, over hundreds of people, not hundreds of people, but over 100 people, got sent back to the spiritual world in those floods in Texas. And they were they were Edomites, a lot of them. A lot of them were probably Jakes, but a lot of them were Edomites. All right. And there was another flood. I just can't think of where it was. But man, the Lord is showing you people, you better fear him. He's not. Hey, I'm gonna just say, this shit ain't sweet, man. And the Lord is showing it. People really think the Bible is sweet. They think the Lord is sweet. Nah, you're getting ready to find out. And the prophets are gonna tell you. The ones declaring it is the prophets. We're the ones heralding YAHAWASHI coming back, telling you that YAHAWASHI is coming back. That's that good tidings, good news. But guess what? Good news isn't good to everyone. To 2/3, our good news is bad news, because they're going to be destroyed in thermonuclear fire. And even before that, a lot of them are going to be destroyed in various different ways. All right. The scriptures, a nickname for the Most High is the King of Terrors. He's the one who created fear. Do you people realize that? The concept of fear, the Lord created it. The concept of terror, he created it. So he's going to bring it on the highest level ever. And we're going to rejoice when watching you people suffer. We're going to rejoice when the Lord is jacking you people up. Hey, I praised the name of the Lord when I saw what was going on with those floods in Texas. Hey, call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi. May he bring more. May he bring more floods. And like Elder Aratazah, the elder, one of the elders in my camp, he did a lesson recently. I didn't get to watch it yet, but the title was "The Floods are a part of the Most High's bag," something to that effect. But the Lord, he ain't done yet. He got a lot more in his bag. He's gonna reach deep in that bag for you niggas, for you wicked people. And yeah, I said it. I'm not ashamed. The Lord's he's gonna jack you people up, man. So I'm gonna get Isaiah 45 and 23. And don't take my passion the wrong way. I'm passionate about this truth. This is Isaiah 45 and 23. It says, I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness and shall not return, that unto me every knee shall bow and every tongue shall swear. You know? So he said he swore by himself. And the Most High, he's not a man that he should lie. He can't lie. So the fact that he swore on himself, hey, he's going to do it, man. Everything that he said he's going to do, he's going to do it. He's going to destroy Babylon the Great. He's going to humiliate our enemies, make them ashamed. He's going to let it be known that he was dealing with us and not them. And he's going to exalt his men. First, starting with his only beloved begotten son, YAHAWASHI, and then the rest of his men. He's going to let it be known, these are my sons. I was dealing with them the whole time. I wasn't dealing with you people. I was dealing with them. He's going to let it all be known because he swore by himself. He said, but the point is that unto me, every knee shall bow. So any creature on earth that has knees is going to bow. You know, I remember one of the elders from GMS Chicago, you know, shalom to them, made a statement. I forget exactly how he said it, but he pretty much said, even the insects are going to bow. You know, with their little knees. You know, the cockroaches with their little knees. They got knees too. You know, grasshoppers, you know, crickets. Anything with knee joints is going to bow down to YAHAWASHI. And it sounds funny, but no, literally. I mean it. The scriptures mean it. The animals are going to bow down. You know? The animals fear YAHAWASHI too. Look at going back to the time of Noah. Remember, the animals, they obeyed. They feared the Lord. You know, the animals fear YAHAWASHI. So how much more you wicked-ass people when the Lord brings judgment to you? Every knee is going to bow when YAHAWASHI comes back and what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. I'm going to get this real quick. This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Matter of fact, I'll start at 6. And hath made us kings and priests unto Yahweh, unto the Most High and his Father. It says, to him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Like I said, the Lord's going to let it be known who he was dealing with. He's going to make us the rulers and kings of the earth. We're going to be the next superpowers. We're going to be the next aristocrats. We are the aristocrats of the nation of Israel. We're the royal ruling class. You other Israelites, you're just commoners, man. You know, in the kingdom, you're not going to shine as bright as us. Your name won't be remembered like ours will. You know? Like the movie Troy, you know? Whatchamacallit, Achilles, he said to that little boy, the little boy said, that's the biggest, roughly paraphrasing, he said, that's the biggest man I ever saw. I wouldn't want to fight him. And he said, that's why no one will remember your name. You know? Hey, and that's on a spiritual level, that's us. You know, the 2/3 that, you know, they're looking at us like, I wouldn't want to, you know, be in his lot. Well, that's why they're not going to remember your name, you know? But they are going to remember our name. What we're doing now is going to be spoken about for eternity. This is the Lord's movie, you know? And Lo and We're of the elect, we're some of the main characters. YAHAWASHI is the main character, but the 144,000, they're all the main cast, you know? It's lucky. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. That's reincarnation. Because if there's no reincarnation, that means there's men walking the earth that are over 200 years old. 2,000 years old. You mean to tell me there's men walking around that are over 2,000 years old? The Lord's gonna, you know, they're gonna see the Lord come back. Oh, he's back. You know, that's the guy that I pierced. He's back. No, they're back in the reincarnation. They're not, you know, they're not some old, you know, immortal men just walking around. Those men that pierced him, they're back today. And like, you know, like the elders always say, they're probably in the military. They're probably high-ranking officials, you know, making moves, you know, probably a part of the Space Force. It says, It says, I'll read it again. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds. All right, the clouds are what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, which are really the chariots of Israel. How do you prove that? Read Psalms 104 and 3. It tells you he maketh the clouds his chariot, you know? And every eye shall see him, because the chariots is going to be all over the sky. It's going to be broadcasted, you know, in whatever place that still got, you know, Wi-Fi and stuff like that, because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be blackouts. It's gonna be all type of stuff. But wherever can still be broadcasted is gonna be broadcasted. You know, every eye is gonna see him. It says, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. They're gonna wail. They're gonna be weeping, howling, gnashing of teeth, because it's over for them. And the Lord alone is gonna be exalted in that day. I'm gonna get Romans 14 and 11. I'm gonna try to speed up. Okay, Romans 14 and 11, it says, for it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI. And the NLT, for the scriptures say, as surely as I live, says the Lord, every knee will bend to me, and every tongue will confess and give praise to the Most High, YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI. Everyone's going to confess. The atheist, there ain't gonna be no atheists when it's all said and done. Anyone who calls himself an atheist, they're gonna believe that there is a higher power overnight when Jacob's trouble happens. It's gonna be a nightmare for you people. Hey, and Proverbs, he said, I will laugh at your calamities. You know, there's gonna be wild animals chasing you people. It's gonna be creatures that you never saw before. There's gonna be pterodactyls. Fucking dinosaurs are gonna come back. You know, hey, that movie, Jurassic, whatever the hell it's called, Jurassic World, that's gonna be a reality. You know, which low and I still gotta see that movie. I heard it was a good movie, but hey, you think that's just a movie? That dinosaurs are actually gonna be roaming the streets, eating people, flying, swooping down. Ah! You just hear a nigga yelling, screaming. Hey, and it's gonna be a comedy show for us. We're gonna be laughing. You know, the men of YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI, the faithful servants of the Lord, you know, we're going to be laughing at you people. Imagine seeing a fat nigga get swooped down by a pterodactyl and taken away. Bro, that's going to be hilarious, you know? And we're going to be praying, hey, call Allah YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI. At the top of our lungs, we're going to be praising the name of YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI, you know? And that's why Isaiah 4 and 1 is going to be a thing, because, you know, women, they're going to see that we're laughing at people. They're going to see that we're praising the Lord. They're going to see that everyone else is getting judged and we're just watching it, laughing and going about our business. You think women are going to see that and not follow? It's going to be a damn army of women following. It's going to get to a point like the apostle said, we're going to have to beat them off with a stick, run away from them, you know, juke them out, like turn a corner and just juke them just to get away. All right. Hey, it's coming, man. Soon. Philippians 2 and 10. All right. Philippians chapter 2 and 10, it says that at the name of YAHAWASHI, not Christ, not Jesus, not Joshua, although Joshua is more accurate, but there's no J. The letter J didn't come about until 1524. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, or it was around the year. If it wasn't 1524, it was around that time. Correct me if I'm wrong. 1524, 1525, around that time, you know. Matter of fact, chat. Good old chat. Let's see. Scripture says, prove all things. I think it was 1524 by Gian Trissino. 1524, all right. Call Allah YAHAWAH Bahashem YAHAWASHI. Gian Giorgio Trissino. That's not his name. His name isn't Joshua. It's not Jesus. It's not Jehovah. There's no J in the Hebrew. There's no O in the Hebrew. There's no V's in the Hebrew. There's no E's in the Hebrew. There's no U's in the Hebrew. All right. His name is YAHAWASHI. That at the name of YAHAWASHI, every knee should bow, of things in the heaven and things in earth and things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that YAHAWASHI is Lord, to the glory of Yahweh the Father. Everyone's going to acknowledge YAHAWASHI. Everyone is going to acknowledge him, that he's the Lord. When they see a so-called black man with white woolly hair, a giant so-called black man with an ancient garment, a golden girdle, looking majestic, a crown on his head, coming from outer space, standing on top of a giant UFO. Hey, like I said, there's not going to be any more atheists on earth. Everyone's going to confess, and everyone's going to bow down to him. The difference between you people and us, we're already bowing. So in that day, we're going to be happy to bow. You people, hey, it's like the power he's coming with is going to force you people to bow down. It's like his power is going to be so powerful, the gravity is going to increase. You people are just going to fall down like, oh, you're not going to be able to get up if you wanted to. You know? Hey, but us, we are going to get up because the Lord's going to beam us up. Lord willing, we're the elect. And then the missiles are going to fall and destroy you people. So where am I at? I'm going to end off with this. Isaiah 2:17, real quick. All right, it says, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI alone shall be exalted in that day. And the idols he shall utterly abolish. No more Christ of the Andes. No more the Mecca stone. You know, you nasty Muslims. No more Black Madonna, whatever that shit is. Santa Ringa. I don't know that shit. Santiago, Santa Maringa. That Northern Kingdom, BS. That Ephraim is joined unto idols. You dumb Hispanics. All that's gonna go down the trash in that day, man. All right. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he comes with that army of angels in the chariots, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, shooting laser beams, as well as the nuclear missiles. It says, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth, all the earth shall fear him. Lowliness lesson was edifying. Once again, giving all praise to YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI BaHaShem HaKadosh.